Welcome, everybody, to Bliss Fully Aware, the show in which three opinionated people discuss what's going on with fandom and nerd news in general. I am Bliss, and as always, I'm joined by my two lovely co-hosts, Kelty and Kendra. Hi!
Hello!
Hello, everyone. Man, sorry. Sorry, that was just, I think that was the least enthused, the lowest energy intro I've ever done. And I felt bad about myself. As I was doing it, I thought back on the week's events, and I just got very tired inside.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck.
Oh my god.
'Cause, God. Anyone watch the Oscars?
God.
Yeah, that was fucking something.
I didn't.
I didn't. But boy, do I know what happened.
God. Oh, it was so funny. So, Kelty and I, we're giant nerds. We're huge fucking dweebs.
You're a nerd?
Fuck off. You're not funny, Dad. On Sunday, what we did with our Sunday was we went to our local card shop and got a booster box of Pokemon cards. And that's how we spent our Sunday afternoon. We went through our pulls, we arranged our cards and our little binders, like we're working on all our different sets. Now it's like a 4-hour thing, and we just take time, we have some silly YouTube videos on, and all of a sudden, I take a break, I actually opened Reddit, and like the first 10 posts on the front page of Reddit are about Will Smith slapping Chris Rock in the face live on TV at the Oscars. And I was like, oh babe! something happened at the Oscars, apparently.
Yeah.
And, God, it was so funny. We missed it because we were fucking opening Pokemon cards like 8-year-olds.
Yep. Also, I just don't care about the Oscars if you're gonna cut out all my favorite, awards.
Yeah, if you're gonna cut out all the technical awards, but...
Technical awards are the ones that seem the most worthy of awards, because everything else just feels subjective.
Yep.
And just continue to dismiss animation as a
God!
field.
I saw that too,
I heard about that. Fuck off. I don't know who said that, but my heart tells me it was Amy Schumer.
It wasn't.
Okay.
Although I think she
Who was it?
did make a comment.
Oh, she always does.
Because she just can't help herself.
God,
No.
I do. Like,
I don't like her.
I do my best to always be like, I don't know any famous people personally, you know, like I'm not their friend. All I know is them through their work. And I'm like, well, you know, I don't like this person's work, but they might be perfectly pleasant to know, you know, they might just be a really nice guy or person or gal, and I just don't care for their creative output. But man, I just personally don't like Amy Schumer for some reason. I've never met the woman, but man, something about her just, I would not want to be in a room with her and have to talk.
God. Ugh.
Do you know who else I wouldn't want to be in a room with? Somebody I'd completely forgot existed. Hal Sparks.
Right? What the fuck is his deal?
This is fucking so fucking weird. Oh god, yeah. So like for the last 2 days, noted comedian question mark
that guy in
noted
movies.
one-time character actor Hal Sparks has been getting into a slap fight with the entire Hannibal fandom on Twitter, and it's super embarrassing.
It's so sad. Dude, you're in your 50s. Go,
it started
Go do something else.
He's fully it's not even it's over the fact that they like a character who's a cannibal and a bad person.
Yeah.
And he's like, that makes you bad people.
Yeah.
You know? It's fully just an anti-argument that he doesn't, I guess, realize is stupid. I have no idea why this grown adult actor is fighting with Hannibal fans on Twitter. Someone stop him!
Also, I would like to point out, he made a really tasteless Ukraine joke. About Hannibal, and then when somebody was like, that was tasteless, he was like, a cannibal fan thinks I'm tasteless, and I was just like, yeah, bro, they're right. Was tasteless. What the fuck? It's also a bad joke.
Someone stop him! Like, it's very boomer Twitter, you know? Like
let's all...
He's mad that people like the fictional cannibal. Hannibal the Cannibal, you know, because his name rhymes. That's how you know.
Let's all vote for Hal Sparks to host the next Oscars.
Like,
Smith can whack him too.
Like,
what a trip.
I don't know. And like, so here's the thing. Like, I don't have the tweets in front of me, and I don't care to go find them. But basically, he's like, you support a bad fictional person, ergo you're bad people. I don't know how he found the Hannibal fandom. I don't know how the Hannibal fandom found him. I don't know why his publicist hasn't taken his phone away. But it's been going on for a few days, and basically his argument boils down, like, he's mad that people like a fictional bad person, because he's worried that this is going to inspire the youths to go out and cannibalize their enemies or something. I don't know. I don't know what harm he thinks is going to happen out of people finding Mads Mikkelsen sexually attractive as a bad boy gay cannibal or whatever. But the interesting thing is that maybe Hal Sparks' most famous role is in the HBO show Queer as Folk from the early 2000s, which is about, like, a community of gay men who get up to very questionable things sometimes, including sleeping with teenage boys, like 14-year-olds.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't he, like, actually do that?
That's, like, I'm not saying that shouldn't be in fiction. Like, that happens. I think it is a worthy experience to explore in a fictitious circumstance, for all sorts of reasons, for catharsis and for character growth and blah, blah, blah. But, like, by virtue of his own argument, enjoying a show in which someone sleeps with an underage person also means you support sleeping with underage people, or sexual impropriety with underage people. I'm not certain, but...
No, he does.
I don't know what. It's so funny to me because to me he's the guy from fucking Queer as Folk, and he's the guy from I Love the 90s on VH1.
Yeah. The funny thing is that to me, even though I watched both those things, he's the guy in the elevator in Spider-Man 2. Like, he doesn't even get a name. Like, that's just who he is.
He's the cameo guy from Spider-Man 2.
And like, bro, I don't fucking care what you think.
But he's, like, really mad! Like, he's not doing this. This isn't, like, a dunk for clout. Like, he is fighting!
Can I just read my favorite tweet? It's so sad and insecure.
Please do!
So...
It's my favorite. I love that one.
He's talking to somebody, and he says, I'm not your dude or your man, but who knows, maybe I'll get cast as a Nazi in something one day, and you'll finally appreciate my work because they cut my hair and give me a uniform. And it's like, sir!
Bro, what? Bro, what are you talking about?
Keep that prayer circle going, buddy. Maybe one day you'll get cast.
Maybe one day they will cast you in something, Hal.
What are you talking about, my man?
Like, he's so... And it's funny because he keeps, like, insisting, because people are like, Hal, you're an actor. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
How do you not get the concept that...
And he's like, well, I'm specifying rooting for the villain. And it's like, why?
How
Like,
do you know they're rooting for him? Like, can't they just find Mads Mikkelsen hot? Like...
But that's bad, Kendra. You can't find them hot.
Is finding someone hot the same as rooting for them and hoping they succeed?
Apparently.
I guess.
A fictitious cannibal?
How dare you?
Like, and fine, I don't know, evil people in movies are right sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, it's all He fucking also specifies, like, Thanos. And it's like, bro, it's superheroes. Like, it's not real. Like, I know that you were in an elevator with Spider-Man, but you know it was just an actor, right? You know that wasn't really Spider-Man, right?
And, like, okay, here's the thing for me, is that the character of Thanos kind of represents, this, like, extreme embodiment of a philosophical concept called utilitarianism, which is a moral philosophy that says what is good is whatever maximizes happiness and pleasure for the most amount of people and reduces suffering for the most amount of people.
Mm-hmm.
Which sounds good when you're in your intro to philosophy class and you first hear about it, but you can take that to some pretty dicey places, as in, if 5 people in a hospital need organs, you can just go kill someone and take their organs and give them to these 5 people, because then you have caused suffering to 1 person, but you have maximized happiness for 4 people. And utilitarianism says that is morally okay, is the problem. So that's sort of like the most extreme example of like, well, if we just kill a lot of people, we can then maximize happiness for everyone that's left. Which is good, which is what utilitarianism, in a very abbreviated, condensed way, for the sake of the fandom podcast, please don't send me any emails, says is morally correct. What is moral is what maximizes pleasure and prosperity for the most amount of people and minimizes suffering for the most amount of people. And so, that being said, a lot of people still root for utilitarianism in philosophy today. Like, it's obviously been, the theory has been pushed forward more than just the, like, equation of, like, if more happy, then do? But there are still ultimately these problems of it can be used to justify truly insane actions against people for the greater good, you know? Utilitarianism is a big the greater good kind of moral philosophy. So when people are like, Thanos was right in an internet fight, they're not saying that, like, yes, we should absolutely execute half the population so that there's enough resources for the rest of us. It's more an idea of, like, maybe what is right is whatever maximizes happiness and pleasure for the greatest number of people and reduces suffering for the greatest number of people. Even if that means making hard decisions or deciding that one person's suffering is morally acceptable if it means that a greater number of people don't suffer. But all of this to say that when people are like, Thanos was right, they're not talking about the murder of billions of sentient life forms. They're talking about the broader concept of utilitarianism. Unless, of course, there are people out there who think that, yeah, absolutely, we should kill billions of people so that the rest of us can live in relative ease with enough resources. In which case, I think that is a reprehensible argument, but I don't necessarily think it makes you a bad person.
Yeah, it's cartoon. So it doesn't really matter.
Unless you're out there physically with your own hands killing people in order to bring Thanos' vision to fruition for our planet, I don't think you're a bad person.
Like, I used to have a shirt
because it's not fucking real.
I used to have a shirt that said Ozymandias is right, and who was right. And,
well, if anything,
COVID has
the
taught
last 3 years of our collective global existence have told us that Ozymandias was very, very fucking wrong.
Yeah.
That a global catastrophe would unify the nation states into caring about their citizenry and working together for the benefit of all mankind.
Mm-hmm. I was 19 and had
Could you imagine reading Watchmen in the 80s and seeing the character of Ozymandias and being like, what a fucking naive utopian who this fucking, does he live in La La Land? He thinks the whole planet's gonna get together to solve a tragedy. This fucking child.
I mean, I'm looking at it that way now.
Yeah.
But when I was 19, I was like,
but I'm just,
he might be right.
When you're in, like, because, you know,
in the world of Watchmen.
There's a lot of things in Watchmen, but one of the things in Watchmen is that it was written in 1985 when the Cold War was maybe at its worst, and the threat of nuclear holocaust was like a real and daily worry that people had, and I'm just trying to imagine looking back onto someone's, like, solution to global nuclear conflict being we need an external enemy to galvanize us and unify us against, and being like, you fucking summer child, you have no idea how people work.
I found the tweets.
Imagine finding Watchmen too optimistic. That's the reality we live in today.
I don't have to imagine.
I don't have to. But
Okay.
anyway, I found a stupid tweet, and I do want to read it just because it goes so hard.
Yeah, he's like really mad.
He's like, if you root for Thanos or the Joker or Hannibal Lecter or Negan, whatever.
Negan, yeah.
Whatever his fucking name is. These are, top list villains he's got here.
Mm-hmm.
You are broken and soul sick.
He's like,
I'm not done.
Sorry.
You lack moral character and intellectual emotional depth, and you need to fix yourself. Get at it.
He's really fucking mad if you root for the Joker. That means you're a broken person, and you need
soul sick.
Soul sick. You're going to fucking hell, says Hal Sparks.
Do you know
if you sympathize with the Joker?
The first time I ever heard the phrase soul sick was from my grandmother, who thought I was going to hell for dyeing my hair red when I was 9.
And you are, Kelty.
Good.
I mean,
I'll see you there, Hal.
Hell's not real. It's fine. There's no hell. No one's going to hell. But it's weird that this actor thinks that people are going to hell because they like the Joker. That's weird.
That's psycho.
That's super weird. And that he is days later still fighting with people on Twitter about it.
Days! And, he's fighting with my friends and calling them, names and shit.
Yeah, it's not like... I think perhaps he's not even questioning your reading of the text. He's not like, I think maybe you might have missed the point of the Joker's character arc if you root for him or something. He's like, no, you're a fucking terrible person. You are damaged and broken and you need to go to church, I guess.
Man, alright.
He is fired up. He is invested.
Everybody has a hobby.
He needs a new hobby. This is sad.
It's embarrassing.
Take up crochet, Hal. Come on.
Anyway, let's move on to the topic this week, which is a fun one.
Yay! Fun!
No aunties.
Except for Hal Sparks.
Well, I mean, I don't want to talk about Hal Sparks anymore. I'm done with Hal. I was done with Hal back in the 90s.
I am curious what brought this on. I don't take his points seriously for one fucking instance, but I want to know what made it today, Hal? Why was this the day?
So Teen Wolf. Heard of it?
Yeah!
It's a Michael J. Fox movie from the 80s.
It was!
The MTV reboot. Kendra.
I've also heard of that one.
Yay! I love that too.
Well then you may have heard that they are doing a movie.
I have heard, actually. They're doing a reunion movie, question mark?
Sorta.
Well,
not really.
Sort of.
We'll get to that.
But a lot of the actors aren't coming back.
A lot of the actors are coming back.
Oh, okay.
It's some important ones
It's just the main ones that aren't, yeah.
So, let's get into some Teen Wolf drama, y'all. This one's fun for me. I was in the Teen Wolf fandom back in the height of Tumblr and the Super Hulock days, which one day we'll do a deep dive back into the old Super Hulock days.
Do we
That's not today, but one day.
So yeah, I guess I was
Will we?
I was being a jackass, but just for clarification, yeah, Teen Wolf, in the, Twilight aftermath of the early 2000s, absolutely fucking everyone was trying to make a supernatural teen romance drama, where teenagers and fun Halloween monsters like werewolves and vampires and the like, mostly those two, but also some others, were going to high school and falling in love and getting into scrapes and killing their friends. And there was the original Teen Wolf, which, like I said, was a really weird movie from the 80s where Michael J. Fox plays a high schooler who becomes a werewolf and gets good at basketball because of that. Yep. And that's the maximum I remember of that film. And so
excellent film.
Yep.
MTV did Teen Wolf. MTV acquired the rights, or had the rights the whole time to the Teen Wolf IP. And that was their answer to The Vampire Diaries and Supernatural and the rest. And it ran 2011 to 2017. So it was pretty successsiis It was very popular on Tumblr, because those were also the Tumblr years.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're
It was so cute.
It is very reminiscent of a CW Supernatural team drama.
I loved it. I loved the old movie. I loved the cartoon, and I loved the MTV remake. Nothing will stop me from loving Teen Wolf as a property. And just werewolves in general. Yeah. But so they're making a movie. They announced last year, 2021, that they were making a movie. Per IMDb, the synopsis is: a terrifying evil has emerged. The wolves howl once again, but only a werewolf like Scott McCall can gather both new allies and reunite trusted friends to fight back against what could be the most powerful and deadliest enemy.
Basically, it's going to be a 2-hour episode of Teen Wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just... A reunion movie could mean a lot of things.
It could. It could also piss off a lot of people, and has done so far.
Yes. Yeah, well.
So far, it's cast almost the full main cast. Most of them are coming back.
Okay.
It'd be a shorter list to list who's not coming back. But so, most of them are coming back. You've got your main staples, and then you've got some of your newer Teen Wolves from the later seasons. The replacement characters for when people died.
For when people left the show unexpectedly.
I hated literally all of them.
Aww.
I'm sorry.
Replacement Scott was pretty good.
Replacement Scott bored the fuck out of me.
So the characters who are not coming back are a very short list. We have a lot of confirmed people. Arden Cho, which is Kira, Scott's replacement girlfriend for Allison.
The only replacement I did like.
I loved Kira. She was great.
She's so cute.
She got a rough go of it, poor Arden Cho.
She did.
Dylan O'Brien, who plays Styles, the...
Fan favorite!
Yeah. He
literal...
made the show.
The actual main character of the show, Styles Stilinski.
Styles Stilinski was like... He was not intended... He's like the main character's BFF. And just because, I don't know, the kid's just so fucking charismatic.
He's cute and funny,
His character was kind of allowed to be the wacky one. Like, he didn't have to brood a whole lot, you know? So, he quickly became the fan favorite, and everyone loved him, and he has apparently got better things to do.
My favorite, though, is how everybody, when they would start watching Teen Wolf, would be like, who the fuck is this kid about Scott? Because, like, everybody on Tumblr was so focused on Styles that almost everybody who started watching Teen Wolf a little bit later was like, I'm sorry, Styles isn't the main character of the show? Who is this guy?
He was so popular that it gave people the wrong impression about who the show was about.
Yeah.
And then also Tyler Hoechlin will not be returning as Derek Hale. Probably. It is not confirmed whether he is or isn't returning.
Oh, then they're just totally he's the surprise reveal. He's absolutely coming back then.
It is also rumored that he is producing for the show. So, yeah, it's very likely that he is the surprise reveal, especially because of something that we'll discuss a little bit later. Something I hate. I'm not looking forward to discussing.
I also hate. Ugh.
But,
I'm looking forward to discussing it. I love complaining.
Well, I mean, I do too. I just don't want to complain about this because I hate it. I hate it that much.
No, see, that's the difference. Kelty loves to complain about stuff that she both likes and hates.
Yep.
It's her default interaction.
Yeah. Thanks, babe.
So, Dylan, when asked whether or not he was going to be in the movie, said, quote, "The show couldn't be more dear to me. It was the first thing I ever did, and so many people there are extremely dear to me. It was something I was trying to make work, but it all happened very fast. We didn't really know that it was happening, and they kind of just threw it at us a little bit, which is fine because we all love the show. We were trying to figure it out. Ultimately, I just decided it was left in a really good place for me, and I still want to leave it there. I wish them well, and I'm going to watch it the first night it comes out. I hope it fucking kicks ass, but I'm not going to be in it."
Question.
Yes.
This is a TV movie, yes? Or like direct to streaming or something?
I believe it's probably gonna be direct to streaming.
Okay, yeah. I was like, they're not putting this in a theater, right?
I could not imagine that they would. If they did, I would fucking eat my shorts. As for what happened with Arden Cho.
Was it racism?
It was racism.
Yeah, surprise.
Arden Cho
Who'da thunk?
was offered less than half what the other cast members were offered to return.
Yeah.
Oh my god! That is outrageous.
That is.
Yeah.
Wow.
That should be illegal.
She was the only full-time person of color character, and they offered her less than half.
Cool.
That's outrageous. Oh my god. Just
why is there not a rally of people trying to get her, like, just on Twitter, you know, like, being all...
There are.
Okay.
There are. What happened also is Dylan is one of those people.
Half.
absolutely good for him.
That seems nice.
Yeah. I mean, so I guess is the implication that he didn't return because of, or at least in part because they were being so fucking racist to one of their lead actresses?
There's a lot of reasons why he's not returning. Probably that. Also, the verbiage in his first quote being that it was sort of thrown at them. A lot of the deals aren't actually set in stone. Like, a lot of their contracts aren't fully, like, set yet.
Uh-oh.
And I imagine also that the script is still semi-fluid.
Well, how could you believe that because of that very detailed and specific synopsis that you read us?
Oh, yeah.
It sounds like the plot is cast in stone at the moment. It's incredibly detailed. Not a word can be changed.
I believe Dylan is guarding his semi-successful career, getting more successful by the day, and choosing to bow out of...
Get the stink of Teen Wolf off him.
So somebody else that supported Arden Cho throughout all of this, though, was Stephen Ford, who played Matt, which was one of the main villains of season 2.
Who?
Matt was the guy who could... let me...
Let her finish.
Let me explain his dumb character. So, Colton Haynes, who was the jackass jock character, in season 2 gets turned into a Canema. And then the Canema's controlled by Matt.
Right.
That is who Stephen Ford is.
Right.
Okay, so he's like... Okay, he's like
Is he also coming back?
He's like a puppet master.
Okay.
No.
Okay, because he also died. You were like,
No.
Everybody's coming back except for these, like, 3 people.
No, there's people that aren't coming back. But
I mean, there's gotta be 100 fucking actors in the show over 7 seasons, Kelty. They're not all coming back.
Well, I know that.
Anyway, Stephen Ford. Stephen Ford, who plays Matt. I always thought it was super weird how you never saw him with any of the other cast in photos for that season. Because you saw everybody in, like, most seasons hanging out together like even the bad guys. Not Stephen Ford. Found out something interesting this week about Stephen Ford. Jeff Davis instructed Stephen Ford to not spend time with the main actors, and then told the main actors some hinky stuff about Stephen Ford behind his back to create an animosity between the two groups. Stephen Ford had to, like, be relegated just to his hotel room.
Oh, okay, fucking Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah. It's super weird.
You didn't believe that your actors could carry the fucking MTV Teen Wolf script unless they were really mad at each other?
That's so weird.
Oh my god, fucking calm down.
It's really sad because in one quote on Twitter, Stephen Ford's talking about the Uncharted game or series, and he says, "Few words describe how much the Uncharted series means to me. While a great experience, life was pretty lonely for me filming Teen Wolf in Atlanta after being told to keep to myself, and I wasn't really a part of the cast. But escaping into adventure at the hotel kept me company."
Oh!
Isn't that sad?
Like, my guy, you're not making the fucking Shining here. Like, you don't have to play head games with your cast. It's the fucking Teen Wolf show.
I'm so heartbroken.
You think that your villain can go in front of a camera and go grrr at the heroes? Convincingly?
I'm so sad.
Oh my god! What an incredibly demented thing to do to your employees.
So people have asked Stephen Ford if he's going to be in the movie, and he has said no.
Yeah, fucking no wonder.
He said he's going to be happily not appearing in it and focus on his, I guess he's directing now?
Oh, nice for him. Cool.
Yeah. But he was also very much in support of Arden not returning and deserving more than what she got.
Sounds like it might have been a shitty work environment.
Yeah, Jesus.
So, something else. Another reason.
There's more!
There's always going to be more. So, per the W magazine, what O'Brien admires most about Rylance, the director of his current project, The Outfit, he says, was the way he stood up for the actor's process, forcing him to reflect on how he wasn't afforded the same level of respect in his own career. Quote, "I grew up in a medium that didn't necessarily prioritize actors," he confesses. "If anything, I would get gaslit in a way. If I ever wanted to stand up for my process, it would be like, shut the fuck up. Are you getting big-headed now?" As a younger actor, I was made to feel like I was being difficult if I had an idea or I wasn't feeling right about something, which are all things that an actor should bring to the table. When asked for a specific instance, he's resistant to share the finer details, but he acknowledges that he fell victim to ego-driven bosses eager to squash the inexperienced kid. Quote, "I think certain people would try to use my age to get control, but an actor should absolutely have autonomy over the performance."
It's not a shock to me that the teen actors on MTV's Teen Wolf maybe didn't get the best creative experience when working with their craft. That they were probably told to shut the fuck up and say the words into the camera a whole lot.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm sorry, but, the show wasn't exactly known for its writing.
No.
I mean, no. No, it wasn't. Still enjoyed it, though.
I say that as somebody who loved the show. And cried at it multiple times.
Oh, I cried all the time. Yeah, no, Jeff Davis created a very specific type of work environment, and he did a lot of queer baiting on the show. He really built up the pairing of Derek and Styles, Steric, as it would be referred to in fandom lingo. Anyway, there was a lot of building up Steric, and then the ship war started because certain actors became very insecure that people seemed to be tuning in to the teenage werewolf show to watch handsome boys be, near each other with their shirts off.
Yeah. It was a lacrosse show, as far as I'm aware.
They
played a lot of lacrosse. They were shirtless a lot while doing it, and then occasionally there was like a werewolf villain that had to be dealt with.
Yeah.
But yes. Wow. Shock surprise. The supernatural teen romance series about handsome young boys attracted a lot of admirers of handsome young boys, mainly young girls, teenage girls.
So, Tyler Posey very much wanted a ship that involved him in watching and attending panels.
Which is like, I know these people, like, these characters weren't playing, like, their exact age, but they were all young. They were all in their late teens, early 20s, which is, like, fine. Like, I'm not... If you got involved in your character ship war when you were 19 on Twitter, I fucking don't care.
It makes sense, honestly. I would, too.
And this was back in, like I said earlier, the heyday of the Super Hulock era of Tumblr, when everybody started going to conventions and asking actors to their face what ships they shipped. It was very uncomfortable.
Makes my fucking skin crawl.
I hate it.
I was in a room probably within 6 feet of Edie Mays, who played Allison's mom. I have cut this story, I think, from an episode. If I haven't, comment below, because...
Because it's going in now.
Yeah.
I was within 6 feet of Edie Mays. She must have smelt it on me or something, because she looked me dead in the eye when somebody asked her that question, looked me dead ass in the eye, and said, if you ship Styles and Derek, you're a pedophile. And I was like, oh my god.
And like, to be clear, it's like a 17-year-old character and a 19-year-old character, or something like that.
Yeah, something like
Derek's
that.
age was always vague. It was somewhere between 19 and 22.
Because he was because obviously time moves forward in the show.
Yeah.
But he's like a recent high school dropout. So like, it's difficult because the actor, Tyler Hoechlin, who plays Derek, is just it looks like he's 35 at all times. Like, he's absolutely jacked.
Yeah.
He has a full beard for the entire series. He's
a handsome young man.
Yeah, very handsome. But
I would also like to point out, though, that both actors are not children.
Oh, no.
To say that is actually borderline crazy.
I mean, even, let's say, like, if the character is 16, 17, and one of them's 18, 19, and even if that makes you uncomfortable, still not pedophilia, because, again, pedophilia is prepubescent children.
How many times...
It's a whole fucking different mental disorder.
How many times are we going to have to define
how
what
many
pedophilia
times
is on our fun podcast
Stupid
about
fandom. It's just, like, you can say it's creepy that, like, you can think it's creepy that a recent high school dropout would date a slightly younger high school student. Fine, but it's not child abuse.
It's not
just
child abuse.
So we're clear.
Yikes,
it was a thing
honey.
that happened. It was a thing that happened to me.
Because, like,
at me.
I don't know. I get that I get that, like, because we've all live on the internet now, and especially because we've been inside for 3 years, there are no stakes anymore. But accusing someone of being a pedophile, that's a pretty fucking, like, lofty, world-ending accusation to make. Yeah. And I feel like if you're going to accuse someone of being a pedophile, you better have a really fucking good evidence on your side. Not just...
They ship a ship in Teen Wolf,
not just that they like these two characters in Teen Wolf and want them to kiss. That seems... seems like maybe it's an overreaction.
Now, speaking of overreaction, though, I want to talk to you for a second about Posygate.
Right, Posygate.
During the ship wars, at the end of the ship wars, back when ratings were at their highest, somebody was asking Holland Roden, who played Lydia, one of the main characters throughout the entire show.
Is she returning?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I like her. She's pretty.
And they were also asking Tyler Hoechlin a question about Steric. And Tyler Posey interrupted Holland Roden and Tyler Hoechlin to say, quote, Sterrick is a bizarre, weird, and twisted thing, and if you're there for Sterrick, you're watching it for the wrong reasons. And needless to say, a bunch of Sterrick shippers stopped watching, and the ratings for the show then kind of plummeted.
No, that did not happen.
Yes,
that
did.
did.
I remember that happening.
That's
Posygate was
funny.
a real thing. It was real sad.
My God,
Yeah, that was really bad.
dang. Imagine, like, a fucking... Okay, so, like, in case it hasn't been made clear by my questions throughout this whole podcast, I never watched Teen Wolf. I absorbed a lot of it, through osmosis, just due to the fact that you two watched it and really liked it. But I have seen maybe 5 episodes altogether, and they are, like, out of order. But, the ship that we are talking about between Styles and Derek is very normal.
Yeah.
There is nothing weird or gross about it. Like, the most controversial thing about it is that they maybe have an age difference of 4 years. Like,
It's true.
that is the most controversial thing about it.
Which is funny because one of them is a werewolf.
Like, yeah,
But that's not even...
one of them is a werewolf. They could have freaky werewolf sex all the time, but that's not even... Anyway, like, I just have to say, like, even as an outsider, there is just fucking nothing objectionable about this ship.
No.
I don't get why the actors are so mad about it. I guess because
Most of them weren't. Most of them weren't. It was sad.
But, like, that's... And especially
And I
because...
think Tyler Posey was only mad because he wasn't involved in it.
Because he wasn't,
Oh,
it was
no.
the main character, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I get being a little upset that, like, you're the main character of the show and you're 22 or whatever, and you're being overshadowed by your co-stars. But, like, and yeah, the 2 actors, Dylan O'Brien and Tyler Hoechlin, they had really good chemistry.
Yeah.
Like, they... You can tell that they noticed because they kept writing more and more scenes for them.
Yeah.
Like, once they realized that these 2 characters bounced off each other really well, and so did the actors, they keep finding reasons to put them into situations together.
Yeah.
Because
and
it's
making
funny.
a lot of jokes about it. Yeah.
Because it's funny, and they do have good chemistry, both as characters and as actors. And, yeah, there's just nothing objectionable about this stupid little white boy pairing of 2 late high school students.
It was a choice. It was all choices made. And you know what else is a choice? Is this new character they're introducing in the film. This character I don't want to talk about, but we're gonna.
Yeah.
So, played by Vince Mattis, Eli Hale, Derek Hale's 15-year-old son. I am so unhappy.
Either this movie is going to be set like 10 years in the future, or this character, Derek, fathered a child when he was 14?
Well, so, here are your options.
Okay.
You have 3 options. One option I'm on board with. The other 2 I'm not. One option I will break something.
Yeah, me too.
That option is Derek, his whole family was burnt alive because he thought he dated an older woman named Kate when he was 15. And option 1 is that he got Kate pregnant, and Kate's been keeping a secret werewolf baby from Derek this entire time.
Baby love child.
I will break something. I will
I'll
be
cry.
furious.
That'll be a trauma.
I will.
As if he hasn't had enough trauma.
The TV movie sequel to MTV's Teen Wolf does not have the narrative pathos required to examine that scenario adequately in their 90-minute streaming film.
They already didn't have the pathos available for that situation as it was in the show.
But they sure did try.
They tried.
A child losing his whole family because he was sexually groomed by an older woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Option 2, which is the more realistic option. Time skip.
Time skip, and they had to no homo the one who came back.
And also, yeah, they're no homoing him to be spiteful about the fact that Dylan O'Brien is not coming back, because this character was not introduced until Dylan O'Brien was 100% confirmed to not be coming back.
So is he like the replacement Styles?
He looks like if Derek and Styles had a child, which is option 3. Option 3 is one of them pushed it out of their butt.
Impreg, yeah. No, I thought that too, because I was just like...
Male pregnancy is my third option.
I have to be fully fucking real with y'all, and that's not gonna fucking happen.
But the thing is...
No, tell me how the Teen Wolf movie is gonna have a male pregnancy storyline in it.
No! So Kendra, the Teen Wolf movie is gonna have a male pregnancy storyline in it.
Convince me right now.
He really does look like him. He does.
You can put his face into, like, those face smushing generators to see, like, what 2 celebrities' babies will look like. Yes. And he looks like them. It's so freaky-deaky.
It's wacky.
Okay, but do we have any evidence aside from the fact that he looks like them?
No, of course not.
No, of course not. No, but the thing is that I do have to say that Teen Wolf had some of the best fics back in the day. Because they just were not afraid to do that ABO shit as hard as they wanted.
They have, like, the Nematon, which is the magic tree that can do almost anything. So it's not like they can't, like, both touch the tree at the same time and then a baby appear.
They have that. They have that plot device that just solves all our problems, I guess.
Yeah.
It's the magical conflict resolution tree.
For a while, it's the magical conflict tree.
So when you've written yourself into a corner and you can't get your characters out of the problem that you've put them in, you just go to the conflict resolution tree.
You can't always find it, though. Sometimes it's hidden.
Oh, does it move?
Yes.
Does the tree get up and move?
Yeah,
yes.
The tree gets to move.
The tree moves. It's magic.
So that there's conflict in reaching the conflict resolution tree?
Yes.
So we can crank another episode of filler before our season finale, which is always just go to the tree that fixes our problems.
Or causes it. It's a 50-50. The tree is like Thanos.
I see.
I was gonna say the tree is alcohol, but like,
oh my god, Teen Wolf got so stupid after us. I'm sorry. I know the show is very dear to you, but I also know that you know how silly it is.
It is a very silly show.
Teen Wolf was always stupid.
I know, but there's more stupid that I was unaware of, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but it's been there the whole time.
Yes.
Kendra, it's the beacon of Beacon Hills. It draws the supernatural to Beacon Hills.
No, that's actually the plot.
None of you...
That's what it is.
None of you can see my face right now. But just imagine it. Because that's what it looks like. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Whoa! Okay.
Yeah, that's actually in the show.
And to think that these people are paid, they're paid nicely to write this stuff.
But so yeah, that is the state of the Teen Wolf movie thus far. I will keep y'all updated as drama ensues.
I'm telling you right now, I don't think as many fans are going to be coming back if Dylan O'Brien's not in it.
Yeah, again, like he was a fan favorite, and even I knew that.
He was a fan favorite to the point where he was the fan favorite. Like he wasn't just like, oh, most people's favorite character, blah blah. No, the show was about style.
It was the style show for a long while, yes.
and then they tried to overcorrect that a little bit later on, and it shows. It's not great.
It's weaker because he is like, he's a good actor. The character was charismatic. He was largely a lot of comic relief, and then they gave him a dramatic season where he got to be possessed by the villain or something, and everyone fucking loved that too. So
he also knew what show he
was in. He knew what show he was in. I think it was probably his greatest strength.
He knew when to have fun.
Bless him.
And when to be serious.
But like,
and it wasn't often that he needed to be serious.
But even his serious moments are like, there's a level of camp to them.
Yes.
Like, when he is possessed by the villain, there is a level of camp to his performance. There is a level of, like, melodrama.
Yes.
Which is very appropriate, I feel.
He had fun.
Which cannot be said of some of the other choices.
No, but we will certainly see what becomes of it. I mean, I'm gonna watch it. I am firmly of the belief that it is not canon. Because it's not.
Canon's whatever you decide.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, none of it's real, so just keep the parts that you think are real.
Well, especially, it's not, like, after the shows, the thing is once something reaches a natural conclusion, that's my end of canon, and then the rest of it is just, like, pick and choose, you know?
It's just extras, which is fine. Like, sometimes those are good.
Yeah, sometimes it's good. I kinda did it with House. Like, season 4 was the end of House, and then I pick and chose some of the other episodes by the end.
Now, mind you, if Eli Hale turns out to be a butt baby, this movie is canon. And I will go to the grave saying
the boldest narrative choice that MTV's Teen Wolf could ever decide upon.
Yeah.
And I will gain so much respect. I don't know if that means it's good. I'm just saying it's a career risk that I respect.
I would give MTV money if they did that.
Yeah, I mean, agreed. Otherwise, I'm just gonna go ahead and read all the butt baby fanfiction. But yeah, anyway, I don't know. Did we talk about the thing?
Yeah, we talked about the thing.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
This one was just... I enjoy the ones where I don't know anything about what we're talking about, and I get to just be the befuddled old man and be like, sorry, what are you talking about? Those are my favorite.
Well, do you guys have a happy?
Still playing a lot of Power Wash Simulator.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
Shout out to Major who bought Power Wash Simulator for me.
Yeah, that's where I am emotionally at this point in time. That and Pokemon cards, so you can tell I'm not doing too great.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I bought some Pokemon cards.
Got some Pokemon cards.
I finished organizing my binders.
So yes, our happy was a day of organization.
Yep.
And indulging in things that brought us happiness as children.
Power Wash?
No, Pokemon. And then pretending to do manual labor.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
I'm doing great. It's fine.
Yeah.
We're all doing fine.
We're all fine.
We're gonna talk about it after the show, babe. My happy is something for the show, though. My happy is I finally got our website together.
Oh,
yay! Our website!
Yes, we were, I guess, legit now.
I wrote some blurbs.
We have a little website.
Kelty wrote some copy.
We have merch. We have swag.
Don't call it swag.
If you want some swag, we have.
If you're from the year 2006, we have some swag for you.
But you can find our website at blissfullystore.company.site. Please don't tease me. It's new.
Please don't tease us.
Listen, I said I feel legit. That doesn't mean it's fucking Vogue.
Yeah,
But I feel legit. It makes me feel happy.
We're new. Just cut us some slack.
Mm-hmm. We're not even 2 years old yet.
We're minors.
Yeah. Don't bully us. We're minors.
I hated that. I feel dirty. I hated saying it. I wish one of you had stopped me.
Nope. Keep it in the show.
No,
Keep it the fuck in.
But thank y'all for joining us this week. I do want to also thank Twitter user Hysterical and Beacon Hills After Dark Pod for helping collect some details and quotes I used in the show. So big special shout out to y'all. If you guys have suggestions for future episodes, please feel free to reach out.
Is there like a fandom war you want us to cover? Even a historical one, like Super Who Lock? We'll do it. We don't care. I love talking about old, fucking cryptic, esoteric fandom history. Because it's like I'm an anthropologist figuring out, an alien society.
But yeah, feel free to reach out. You can reach out via our fancy website or on our Twitter and Instagram, which is where I keep a link to our website as well, because blissfullystore.company.site is a free domain I got.
No.
I know, right? It sounds very expensive. But you can find us on Twitter and Instagram and TikTok at Blissfully Show. I post links to our YouTube there. If you're watching us on YouTube, hi, hello. You can also let us know on YouTube if you want us to cover anything in particular in our comment section. Give us a like, though, and subscribe, tell your friends. And until next time.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
So long.
I have a hatred of portmanteaus.
Some of them I find very satisfying to say, and steric is one of them. It's got a good mouth feel.
I hate that
word.
I hate that you just said that.